Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. The book that we're going to read today is called Bad Boys Get Cookie. It's by Margie Palantini and Henry Cole. So Margie Palantini is the author. What does an author do? Good. Henry Cole is the illustrator. What does an illustrator do? Draws the pictures. What is this part of the book called? The front. What's this part of the book called? The back. What's this part of the book called? The spine. What's this part called? The title. Good. What's this part called? The title page. So like I said, it's called Bad Boys Get Cookie. And I'm talking kind of quiet right now because baby Lily is taking a nap. So take a moment. You can pause the video or just tell somebody your predictions about what you think this book is going to be about. All right. Bad Boys Get Cookie. Those bad boys, Willie and Wally Wolf, had two big bad sweet tooths. Bad, really, really bad. Please toss me another caramel, dear pal, said Willie to Wally. I believe I could go for a couple of bonbons myself, said Wally to Willie, popping two sugary morsels into his mouth. But mere candy was not enough to stop two big bad sweet tooths of two big bad wolves. Oh, heavens no. Those bad boys wanted something decidedly more filling. A piece of chocolate cake, a slice of pecan pie, a bit of brownie. Help, help! Someone get my cookie! Willie's ears perked, Wally's eyes twinkled. They both giggled and drooled. Brain ditto. We can get Cookie. The boys grabbed their fedoras, made a quick exit, and dashed lickety-split to the worried baker. The two quickly introduced themselves as Private Eyes Willis and Wallace from the well-known detective agency of Dewey, Ketchum, and Howe. But can you get my cookie? Asked the fretting Mr. Baker. Sir, that's our specialty, said Willie with a smooth smile. Just give us a description of the cookie in question and we'll be right on the case, added Wally, notepad in hand and pencil pointed. Well, began the baker, he's about this high, thin, lightly browned, full of sugar and spice, dark raisin eyes, round currant mouth. He's wearing a white icing jacket with gumdrop buttons. Oh dear, he's just hot out of the oven. We know the type, said Wally with a nod. The baker sighed. I thought he was such a good cookie. I don't know what's gotten into him. I gave him the best of everything. Butter, cream, sugar. Don't worry, said Willie. Detective Wallace and I will sniff him out. Wally grinned at Willie. Willie grinned at Wally. They both licked their lips. Yes, those boys were bad. Bad. Really, really bad. There he is now, cried the baker, pointing toward the hill. The baker shook his head. Oh dear, I'm afraid I added too much spice. Don't fear, Mr. Baker. We know just how to handle him. Willis and Wallace always get their cookie. Those bad boys huffed up the hill, puffed down a dale, and blew through a couple of fields of head-high corn. But they could not get Cookie. Na, na, nee, na, na, looky, looky, you can't get me, I'm one smart cookie. Willie looked at Wally. Wally looked at Willie. Brain ditto. Yes, those bad boys needed a plan, an idea, a trap. Oh my, they were clever. Oh my, they were cunning. And bad, really, really bad. The two snickered as they climbed out on a limb. The boys waited, they watched, they inched further, farther, and then... Get Cookie, they shouted. Crack, kaboom! Oh dear, said Willie, seeing stars. Do you think perhaps we went out a bit too far? Na na ni na na, looky looky, you can't get me, I'm one smart cookie. Willie looked at the tangled Wally. Wally looked at the tangled Willie. Brain ditto. Those bad boys needed another plan, another idea. A disguise. Oh my, they were clever. Oh my, they were cunning. And so cute, too. They both giggled. Oh, woe is me, cried Willie as Cookie pranced into view. Woe is me, too. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Wally moaned as Cookie came closer. Oh, Brother Hansel, looky, looky. Yeah, Sister Gretel, said Willie with a wink. That is one smart cookie, and he looks so sweet, too. Maybe he'll help us get back to our Mama and Papa. Looky, looky, little cookie. We kitties are lost in the woods, said Wally. Could you spare a few crumbs so we can find our way out of the forest? Cookie looked at Willie. Cookie looked at Wally. He came closer and closer. So close those bad boys could almost grab a taste of the sugar and spice. Get Cookie, they shouted. Boink, clunk. Na, na, ni, na, na, looky, looky, you can't get me, I'm one smart cookie. Willie looked at the dizzy Wally. Wally looked at the dizzy Willie. Brain ditto. Those bad boys needed another plan, another idea. A trick. It's a honey, said Wally with a sticky squirt. Sweet, Willie chuckled as he squeezed from behind into the hollow log. One slip, one slide, one cookie. From inside the inky darkness, the pair waited and listened. And then they heard a slip, they heard a slide, they felt a bump. I do believe we finally got Cookie, exclaimed Willie. Wally took a whiff. I'm afraid, dear chum, that is not the aroma of sugar and spice. What do you think they caught? P.U. The two squealed, scrambling out from the log and jumped into the river. Here he is. It was a skunk. Na, na, ni, na, na, looky, looky, you can't get me, I'm one smart cookie. Cookie tossed the meet ya gumdrop button and waved goodbye as he floated away on a log. Willie turned to Wally and grinned. I believe that little Crumb is not as smart as he thinks he is. Yes, indeedy, Wally agreed with a snicker, but I must say, I've worked up quite an appetite trying to get that one little cookie. I have to agree, old chum, said Willie as his belly grumbled. Just one little sweet isn't going to cure my sweet tooth or empty tummy now. Wally offered Willie his arm. Well, dear pal, what shall we have for supper? You kitties! Why don't you help yourself to something to eat at my house? I've got the oven warming right now. Willie looked at Wally. Wally looked at Willie. Brain ditto. Yes. Oh my, those boys were bad, bad. Really, really bad. I hope you guys enjoyed our story. I'll see you guys later.